Jordyn Borsch is one of the fastest women in the state of Minnesota's history. Yes, after winning 2 state titles last year, she picked up 3 in this past state tournament, winning the 1, 2, and 400 meter sprint. So I talked to the 5-time state champ about all things running, including her getting a scholarship to go run at Notre Dame next year. So here is my abbreviated conversation with the former Crimson Star and future Irish Standard, Jordyn Borsch. What over the years has kept you coming back to the track? Why do you keep coming back? Why do you keep doing it?
I just really like the environment. I like competing. I'm a big competitor, so just getting an opportunity to run against people and push myself and be against talented athletes is super fun, and it keeps things exciting. You know that you're going to get better and people around you are going to get better, so it's definitely exciting.
Were you the girl in kindergarten that was just abnormally great at playing tag, or was your speed something that came later and you really had to foster?
I've always been fast. I played a ton of sports when I grew up, so I played hockey, soccer, lacrosse. So I knew that I had speed and that I was pretty talented, but I didn't start running till a little bit later, and yeah.
Why did you start running? What made you transition from those other sports to track?
I just thought I could be good at it, like maybe better than my other sports, so I wanted to try it out and see if it was something that I liked.
How quickly was it until you realized that, yep, okay, this is the one that might get me going to college and having the good vibes?
Probably after my first year, I realized that I could take it far.
Walk me through the motivation, the discipline, training for a whole year and gaining a second, gaining a 1/10 of a second. How do you stay hungry and trust that process?
So my first year running was my sophomore year, and my main event was like the 400. And after state, I got 4th, and I was like, okay, like I think I can be good at this. Let's just train for a year and see where it goes. And once I was up on that podium at state my sophomore year, I was like, okay, I want to win this next year. Like I believe if I apply myself, I can do that. So I just kept that in mind. I was like, I'm just gonna see where it takes me. It's only 1 year, and I trained for it, and the results came. So that was exciting.
I'm wondering, training advice, just things that maybe you did your freshman year or sophomore year that you look back now and you're like, I can't believe I was doing that. What things have you found have really helped you to stay healthy and to perform the way you have that would help maybe some other runners that are up and coming?
I'd say definitely don't overdo it. It's easy to want to keep running and running and running, but at some point it's counterproductive, and so make sure it's quality over quantity. Then also make sure you're strong. So for sprinting, you definitely have to be strong so you can push yourself forward. So lifting is important, so lift a couple times a week too.
Especially in sprinting, it's so much about that start, and if you're timid or if you're nervous or if you're anxious, it's going to kind of halt your body. How do you stay relaxed in those moments?
I always say that I just have to trust my training and believe in what I'm doing in practice. So if I trust what I'm doing and I believe in what I'm doing, then I feel confident for when I have to race and I don't feel as nervous. One of my coaches always says, like, the hay's in the barn, pretty much saying, like, you're ready to go. We did everything we need to do to prepare, so that definitely helps.
Are you someone that gets some nerves and anxiety the night before, the morning of, or are you pretty calm, pretty good? It's not something that is really weighing on your mind?
I mean, I definitely get nervous. I wouldn't say I get too nervous. I know some people who get really, really anxious, but I'd say I handle it pretty well, all things considered.
You're going to Notre Dame to do this, to continue it. I'm curious, when you got to sign on the dotted line, what feelings and emotions watched over you? What was present in your mind when that opportunity presented itself and you got to execute it?
It was super exciting, and I was super honored to do it. Going into high school, I never thought that I'd do a sport in college. And then my senior year, I was signing. This was like 3 years after just starting high school, and I was also signing to a really good school and with a good program, so it was super emotional, and I was just really happy.
I guess that's so, yeah, you never necessarily visualized yourself as like a college athlete. That wasn't necessarily like at like 6 years old, you're like, I'm gonna be like, because that was me. I'm like, I'm gonna be a pro baseball player. This was kind of a newfound passion and thing for you, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like I said, I played a lot of sports, and I kind of said to myself, like, I like playing sports, they're fun, but I just couldn't see myself playing in college. But once I started running, I was like, okay, I think I could see myself doing this. So once I signed, I was super happy for myself because, things change all the time, and I was happy that I was able to change my point of view on college sports and just be happy for myself that I was able to do it.